Do you remember the hilarious and chaotic journey of self-discovery known as college? Even if you didn't go or you went to community college like me, we all know the stories. It's all about partying, finding out who you are, and who you're destined to become. Now let's take it one step further. Do you remember when you decided to study abroad in Russia, only to find yourself partying with the Russian mafia, eventually leading to you taking part in a robbery on a train with them? No? Yeah, I don't remember that either, because it didn't happen to us. But it did happen to comedian Bert Kreischer, and that's the basis for his new movie, The Machine. Now, does this movie capture the same wild vibe we experience as he recounts this story to us? Let's get into it. Hey movie fans, I'm Matt, and today we're discussing The Machine starring Bert Kreischer and Mark Hamill. Now, how this infamous and now viral story came to be is a literal story of its own. Bert used to tell this story of his college days with the Russian mafia, really at only parties and at backstage. It wasn't until 2011 during a Joe Rogan interview that Rogan insisted he tell this story on stage. Rogan was so moved by this story, in fact, that he insisted his listeners push Kreischer to tell this story when they went to go see him live. It wasn't until 2016, though, when Kreischer released the clip containing the story from his stand-up, aptly titled The Machine, and well, as they say, the rest is history. That clip alone went on to garner over 90 million views just between his Facebook and YouTube pages. So suffice to say, yeah, it went viral. And here we are now with the film based on that very story, so let's dive into what I liked about the film. In this movie, prepare to meet a new dynamic duo in Bert Kreischer and Mark Hamill as on-screen father and son. Their on-screen chemistry is simply fantastic, and they really did a great job creating an endearing dynamic throughout the film. They played off each other wonderfully, they are a lot of fun to watch on screen, and they injected a lot of humor and surprisingly more heart as the film progressed. Now, I don't have much to say about Mark Hamill. He's already a legendary actor who's only gotten better at his craft as the years have gone by. But he comes across on this screen like he had such a fun time making this movie, and he gives such a great balanced performance between the humor and the heart of it. But one thing that did surprise me in this movie is Bert Kreischer showcased a few dramatic moments amidst the overall one-note tone. Look, he's a comedian and he has a shtick, and it works for this film. But it's these moments that were refreshing to see, as it really did add a layer to his performance. The Machine understands what it is. It's a wild story and it embraces its silliness. The movie doesn't take itself too seriously, and you can tell that the cast and crew had a lot of fun making it. It's the kind of film that encourages you to sit back, relax, go along for the ride, and don't overthink it. And trust me, there are plenty of laughs in this movie to be had along the way. One of the strengths of this film is its skillful integration of flashback sequences into the narrative. These sequences provide great and crucial insight into Bert's past, his motivation, and it does a great job of enhancing our understanding of the relationships that surround this character. These transitions are seamless, and they really did a great job of adding depth to the story without really disrupting the overall flow. And most surprisingly, The Machine manages to deliver some genuinely heartwarming and emotional moments. It digs deep into the complexities of father and son relationships while exploring the dynamics of fathers and daughters. But it's these moments that provide a touching contrast to the film's funny and action-packed nature, and really added an unexpected layer to the film. Now let's talk about a few aspects of the film that could have been better. The film does take some time to find its footing, and the first 20 minutes really do feel like a bad Saturday Night Live skit. The jokes are there, but they're not landing, and it's not helping in setting the tone of the film. The action sequences initially come across as overly scripted and don't feel as fluid as some of the other big-name franchises like John Wick. These worries disappear gradually as the movie progresses, and it will find its rhythm, and it will deliver a more engaging overall experience. Earlier, I mentioned the pleasantly surprising, heartwarming moments that delve into the father and son relationship. However, one aspect that falls short is the resolution of the father-daughter storyline. Given the film's emphasis on relationships and the significant role this particular relationship plays for Bert Kreischer, its conclusion feels rushed and unsatisfying for me. It would have been beneficial to see more depth and more resolution in exploring this integral part of the story. Another minor drawback is the film's runtime, clocking in at a healthy 1 hour and 52 minutes. While the overall experience in movie is enjoyable, there are times you start to feel its length. Personally, I think you could have trimmed off 10 to 15 minutes and really could have tightened the pacing and made for a more streamlined viewing experience. Overall, The Machine is wild fun, and it embraces the fantastical nature of its story, resulting in a movie that is self-aware and unafraid to have fun. The filmmakers clearly had a blast making it, and that infectious energy translates onto the screen. Despite a few minor issues, The Machine triumphs in its ability to deliver a perfect blend of laughter, heart-pounding action, and genuinely heartwarming moments. And it caters to audiences seeking an entertaining and touching cinematic experience that'll leave them satisfied. Simply put, I think this was a great summertime movie. In the end, The Machine receives my recommendation for you guys. Whether or not you get a chance to see it in theaters or on streaming, I think it's a movie that deserves to be seen. It's a movie that delivers the laughs, the action, and some surprisingly touching moments. Just remember, the story's already wild to begin with, so don't overanalyze the details. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the ride, and let the movie take you. First off, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to come and check out my review of this film. At the end of it all, though, I'm just one voice, and if you had a chance to check out this movie, or any movie for that matter, leave a comment below and let's talk about it. Am I crazy? Did I miss something? I'm always open to having discussions about the movies that we love and the ones we hate. Next week, it's a film I've really been looking forward to in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Now look, if you haven't had a chance to check out the first film, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, there's an absolute argument to be made that it is the best Spider-Man film ever. I'm not kidding, it's that good. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys at the theaters next week. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any of the future videos.